Hi, welcome to Thera-Mom. I'm glad you're tuning in. I'm starting something new for the year 2020, and I'm going to do Tuesday Truths. Just a little snippet of information every Tuesday about parenting teenagers or being a teenager. Hope to have some teenagers come on and join me. And that way we can kind of walk this season of life together. I'm Kelly Richardson, and I'm a licensed psychotherapist, but most importantly, I'm the mom of 3. So I'm right there in the season of life with you. So let's jump into today's first Tuesday Truth of 2020. The first Tuesday Truth is parenting teenagers is difficult. And that's my truth. And you may say you already know that and that this didn't tell you anything and swipe right on. But I think it's important that we're reminded that it's hard for all of us. And I don't care who you are, parenting a teenager is really hard because we never know if we're doing the right thing. And none of us were given maps or guidebooks that said, if you follow all of these steps, your teenager will be successful. And even if you have older kids, every teenager is different. And so what worked with one might not work with another. So we're all just doing the best we can, but it's usually on the fly and we're having to adjust and adapt. And that's why we have days where we think, I don't know what I'm doing, or I'm the worst parent ever, or I thought I was going to be a better parent than I am. And why did I say or do that? And you just need to give that grace to yourself and to know that it's hard for all of us. And it's hard for your neighbor who has a teenager, and it's hard for your kids' best friends' parents. And it's hard for teachers who have their own kids and psychotherapists who have their own kids who are teenagers. It's hard for all of us. And what we have to also remember as well, it's hard to parent a teenager. It's really hard to be a teenager. And I would never want to go back and look at my high school and what it would be like with social media. And thank God we didn't have cell phones. And our kids these days are overwhelmed with all of the social media stuff, and then the expectations from school and the pressure and the desire to do and be more than what they think they can be. And add that to hormonal stuff and brain development. And that's why we have a recipe for so many teenagers that are so anxious and stressed out and exhausted. So we have to be mindful and that it's hard to be a teenager because they're in this kind of push and pull stage of their life, right? They love us, they hate us, they need us, they don't want us around. They think they know everything, they think we don't know anything, and we're just constantly pushing and pulling. And that's part of them becoming autonomous and independent young people, but it's hard when we're trying to parent them and provide the guidelines and the boundaries that we need to make them be successful. So your first practice of 2020 is I want you to go into your teenager's room tonight, and I just want you to go in and tell them to stand up and you just want to give them a hug. Or maybe they get home from school and you just say, I just want to give you a hug. And they may say, Mom, you're being weird and annoying. But I want you to tell them that's our job. Our job is to be kind of weird and annoying, and that's okay. But I want you to give them a hug. I want you to look at them and I want you to tell them that you know it's hard to be a teenager, that you know they're doing the best they can, and that you love them unconditionally. And that's all. And they may tell you that they already know that and you didn't need to tell them that. But the truth is everybody needs to hear that. And it's important that they know that. It's important we reinforce that as they're going through kind of this emerging stage of becoming a young adult. We want them to remember that we love them regardless and that we know it's hard. So that's your first practice for 2020. I hope you tune in next Tuesday for another Tuesday Truth. If you have some subjects you want me to talk about in another Tuesday Truth, put it in the comment section and we'll put those up on another Tuesday Truth. Thera-Mom.com. Give me a follow and I'll see you next week. Thanks. Bye-bye.